Before we get started, if you want to purchase the exact game we are making today, you can do so at medodeveloper.com. Back to the video. This is the +1 speed trend, and in the next 24 hours I'm going to be scripting, building and designing a Roblox game from scratch, with the goal of making something that could realistically get tens of thousands of players. The UI was actually very easy. I reused UI from one of my existing games and adjusted the style to match other popular +1 speed games. I set up the Rebirth and Trails buttons next to a small win counter, added a level bar with speed product buttons on the bottom, and on the right side I placed the X2 speed Game Pass buttons, which increase with each purchase, and I also added a custom speed frame with a text box so players can control their walk speed. Once the HUD was done, I moved on to the frames. These games usually only need two frames, a Rebirth frame and a Trail frame. I reused the Rebirth frame skeleton and redesigned it so each Rebirth gives more speed and higher max level. To make it clear when players can Rebirth, I added a progress bar and two Rebirth buttons, one on normal and one for Roblox. The Trail shop was even simpler. I duplicated the Rebirth frame, added a scrolling frame and reused existing shop template, just adjusted for Trails. Trails can be bought with wins or Robux, and the scrolling frame automatically scales so I can add as many trails as I want. That's step 1 done in just over 1 hour. We still have 23 hours left, so it's time to move on to the main gameplay. Before working on the main system, I quickly added all the modules and scripts I already had, and removed anything unnecessary. Once that was done, I adjusted the UI scripts to fit the new layout, and pretty quickly we had button hover and click animations and smooth frame transitions for opening and closing the frames. Since I was already reusing systems, I updated the lighting and adjusted the player controller to track speed, wins and rebirths. Now we could finally work on the gore gameplay. As the player walks, they gain spin points. I added an XP system, so gaining speed actually felt rewarding. I'll be honest, I'm not as good at scripting as Gemini is, so there was a lot of back and forth. But eventually we had a working system. Walking now gives you speed, speed unlocks levels, and levels increase the actual walk speed. It worked, but it felt boring, so I added a speed point pop-ups, and instantly the game felt so much better. Step 2 was finished, and we still had 22 hours left. At this pace we will be done in no time. This step took the longest. I explained to Gemini exactly how I want Rebirths to work, and after some adjustments we had a solid Rebirth system. I reused my notification module, so when player rebirthed, they got a clean notification feedback for the Rebirth system. Next, I added a skip Rebirth product. We connected the Roblox product and it worked immediately. I showed this to my friend Janice01 and he suggested adding fireworks when the rebirths are completed. He even sent me his module, so definitely check him out and help him reach 100,000 subscribers. Then I added two important buttons, the one that gives wins and the upgrades button that uses wins. I made the system attribute based, so now you can duplicate a button, change the values and it just works. Touching the win button gives wins and teleports the player back to spawn. Touching the upgrade button deducts wins and increases your speed multiplier. At this point we were already 4 hours in and it was already 11 PM. I was struggling, but I kept pushing. I added treadmills so players can grind speed while AFK. Standing on a treadmill gives constant speed, and I added a golden and diamond version that give higher multipliers. Gold gives x3 speed and diamond gives x9 speed. If you don't own the Game Pass, you get teleported back to spawn and prompted to buy it. At midnight, I finally went to bed. Good morning. It's 8 AM, which means we have 13 hours left and still a lot to do. I started with trails. I added an equip button so players can actually equip the trails they bought. I reused the logic from my other game and adjusted it to work with the new UI. Players can now white trails with wins or a Robux. And of course, the rainbow trail is the most expensive one. After about 30 minutes, trails were fully working. Next, I made a win counter on the hood clickable. Clicking it now promotes a X2 Wins Game Pass, and I added a small plus icon so players know it's interactive. Since products were already working, I also made the speed product buttons work as well. After that, I added a custom speed controls on X2 Speed Game Pass that increases with each purchase, and leaderboards for top Rebirth, speed and wins. All of this came together pretty quickly, and we still had 11 hours left. Now, it was time to build both maps, one for my version of the game and one for the version you can use yourself. I built both maps side by side, and they ended up being very different, as you will see. Building has been done, and now we can see the final product. Remember, if you wanna see more videos like this, please consider subscribing.